Hello everyone, Dr. Dwivedi here, board certified cardiologist. February is the American Heart Month, so today let's discuss 5 healthy lifestyle choices you can start making today to dramatically decrease your risk for heart attacks. Before we get into the facts, remember, taking care of your health and well-being is a journey and a process. It's a marathon and not a sprint, and it's never too late to start. Tip number 1, adopt a healthy diet. What we put into our body is so important, not just for our heart, but our overall well-being. When we eat healthy, we feel healthy, and it pays off in the long run. Fad diets typically don't work, so it's important to adopt a sustainable diet that suits your dietary preferences and appeals to your taste palette. No matter what cuisine you enjoy, fruits and vegetables should be the cornerstone. Now, unfortunately, French fries and hash browns don't count as vegetables, but green leafy vegetables, cruciferous vegetables like cauliflower and broccoli are all heart healthy. They're also low in calories, so they help to keep the pounds off. Fruits like berries, citrus fruits, apples are also good for your heart and packed with antioxidants. Now, fats and carbohydrates get a bad reputation, but remember, not all fats and carbohydrates are created equal, and they are important for optimal functioning of your body. When it comes to fats, it's important to incorporate the healthy fats. These include foods like avocados, nuts, fish. All of these are high in polyunsaturated fatty acids, which in turn increase the good cholesterol in your body and protect you against heart disease. With respect to carbohydrates, it's important to eat whole grains or grains that come as a complete package. This includes foods like lentils, chickpeas, beans, brown rice, and oatmeal. This is because the grains that are whole grains contain the shell or the kernel around them. Now, the shell or the kernel contains fiber and many vitamins. The fiber in turn decreases the cholesterol absorption in our body and helps your heart health. Also, because the whole grains get digested slowly in your body, they don't cause a sugar spike and improve your blood sugar control and the insulin levels. Now that we know foods that we should focus on, what are some of the foods we should avoid? Now, unfortunately, a lot of these are delicious foods that we all love, so please don't hate me by the end of this video. Try to avoid foods that are high in full-fat dairy, like cheese, butter, cream. These contain a lot of bad cholesterol, which in turn goes on to cause plaque buildup in the arteries of your heart and heart attacks. Also, red meat like beef, lamb, and pork, while it may be high in protein, also contains bad cholesterol. Not only that, red meat has also been linked to development of cancers like colon cancer, so try to limit that. Now, as a society, we have a bittersweet relationship with sugar. When we consume sugar in whole foods like fruits and vegetables, that's okay, because this is processed slowly and digested slowly in our body and provides a steady source of energy for our cells. The problem comes in when we eat a lot of added sugar, like sugar in cakes, ice cream, milkshakes. Taken in excess amount, this can lead to chronic inflammation, development of diabetes, and heart disease. Now, this doesn't mean you have to give up all this delicious food. What I'm trying to say here is try to limit it. So if you wanted to go out for a nice meal to a restaurant on the weekend or have steak every fortnight, that's okay. The important thing is to incorporate more of the healthy food and limit the unhealthy food. If you'd like to learn more about diet and heart disease, feel free to comment in the section below. Tip number 2, physical activity. Now, diet alone doesn't dictate your health. A sedentary lifestyle is not only bad for your heart, but also your overall physical and mental well-being. As the saying goes, if you don't use it, you lose it. If you don't use your body, it becomes inactive and unhealthy. The American Heart Association and the American College of Cardiology recommend 150 minutes of moderate physical activity or 75 minutes of vigorous physical activity per week. Now, some of you might be thinking that's a lot, especially since most of us have desk jobs. The good news is even household chores like vacuuming, mopping, or gardening count as moderate physical activity. I often tell my patients to start slow and build up to it. So even if you went for a 15-minute walk 3 times a week, that's better than doing nothing at all. There's probably no lower limit at which the benefits of physical activity don't accrue. And remember, every little bit counts. So taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or parking your car a little bit away from your destination, or getting off at a subway stop earlier than your destination so you can walk more, that all counts. The important thing is to stay as active as your lifestyle allows. Now, I understand that it's easy to lose motivation, so maybe try to find a workout buddy who can keep you accountable, or join a fitness challenge at your gym or at your workplace. Tip number 3, limit your salt intake. We all enjoy flavored food, and salt is found in pretty much every kitchen around the world. Salt consists of 2 compounds, sodium and chloride. Sodium is essential for many functions in our body, including function of our nerves, our muscles. So in low levels, it can be dangerous, but when taken in excess, it can lead to conditions like high blood pressure, increased risk for heart failure, and even cardiac death. Eating a lot of salt or sodium also makes you retain more water, so you may feel more puffy or find swelling in your legs. So what kinds of food have a lot of salt or sodium in them? Typically, it's salad dressings, takeout foods, pickles, chips. All contain a lot of sodium. Deli meats and sausages are also common culprits. I advise my patients to always read the labels on the groceries that they buy and look for the sodium content. Sometimes you may even find a lot of sodium in food you may not even realize has a lot of sodium, like bread. Most people should take in between 2 to 3 grams of sodium or 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams of sodium. Of course, if you have medical conditions like congestive heart failure or high blood pressure, talk to your doctor or your cardiologist for specific recommendations. To give you a reference, 1 teaspoon of salt contains about 2,300 milligrams of sodium. Tip number 4, quit smoking. Now, we all know that smoking is bad for your overall health and not just for your heart. Smoking increases your risk for heart attacks, strokes, blood clots, and even cancers like lung cancer. Smoking increases your blood pressure, your heart rate, and can cause lasting damage to your health. The good news is that my patients that stop smoking see the benefits immediately. So every cigarette you don't smoke, you're doing your health a real favor. And not just traditional smoking. Even e-cigarettes, which are common these days, have found to damage your blood vessels and increase your risk for heart disease. So if you're interested in quitting smoking, talk to your doctor about nicotine replacement therapies and medications which may be able to help. Last but not the least, tip number 5, management of chronic stress. Now, chronic stress is often under-recognized, but definitely linked to heart disease. Chronic stress can lead to increase in heart rate, blood pressure. It can contribute to abnormal heart rhythms, and in sudden acute situations can even lead to something called the broken heart syndrome. If you'd like to learn more about how stress impacts your heart health, I will link my video in the description below where I specifically talk about this topic. Chronic stress also goes hand in hand with unhealthy lifestyle choices like unhealthy food habits, increased alcohol intake, smoking, and also disrupted sleep patterns. While stress is inevitable in our life and stressful situations are often out of our control, The important thing that we can control is how we react to stress and manage it. I often advise my patients to find an activity or a hobby that can help with stress management. This could be something like going for a walk, a run, meditating, or painting. Find what works for you and incorporate it into your daily routine. Now, a lot of you might already be doing everything we discussed today, and others might feel like there's a long way to go. I just want to re-emphasize that taking care of your health and your heart is a marathon and not a sprint. It's all about taking the baby steps. So start by incorporating one change or one healthy habit at a time and slowly. Drastic lifestyle changes typically don't stick. Now, of course, this is all easier said than done. Even for me, making healthy lifestyle choices is often challenging. But the important thing is that we keep trying. If you enjoyed this video, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. If there's other content you'd like to hear about, please comment in the section below.